buy the world's cheapest Generation 2 Audi R8 and put some turbos on it. It will be fun. Or will it just be problems? I posted a video before with all of the faults about this car and everything that is bad. But here's some new bad things I found. When draining the front diff, one teeth coming out. I put some protection tape here when it was on a workshop, and when I removed it, yeah, I also removed some clear coat. So this one is repainted. The gearbox is leaking oil, and yeah, it is between the housings of the gearbox. So basically the whole gearbox needs to be taken apart. If I take it apart, it's time for some upgrades. To remove the gearbox, the first step is to remove the oil tank, so it's removed. And then, yeah, it's the drive shafts, some electrical connectors, parking brake, exhaust, and yeah, some different stuff there. And then also, yeah, I think 9 or 7 bolts between the gearbox and engine, and this big mount here for the gearbox. And then I can take it down. Usually it's a special platform you use for it. You can have like a retractable table to use it to take it down. I don't have that. I only have that garage jack over there, so I will use that one. Maybe I will use some straps to hold it also, because I think it's really heavy. It's a big one, this, with the differential inside and the gearbox. I think this is the first time of many I take this one down. Gearbox is out of the car, and yeah, sorry for not taking videos of it. Just had the energy to remove it, and just want to focus on that, not taking videos. I took out the clutch, by the way, and should bring it to my car up there alone. And the only thing I have to lift, it's this jack and yeah, some straps, and yeah, I don't know how to do it actually. Okay, this is about how far I come here with myself. Now I think I need to find maybe some gardener or someone that can help me to lift it into the car. I'm here at F Performance, just unloaded my gearbox here for the second gear work. But so many nice cars here and projects, so I'm going back in. First car here, an Audi R8 that won the mile event here this weekend. And it's of course on turbo. Same kind of intake manifold that I have, but painted to match the color of the car. And full of cars here. Here we have my gearbox, and actually also the differential. They can install it when it's here. Here we have a twin turbo Patrol that has a front for the mile race to go through the air a little bit better. Garrett turbos, blue painted. Cyvex. They are a big Cyvex shop, this one. A lot of cars is running the Cyvex. And by the way, have you seen the Grand Tour? This is the famous car with a VR38, R35 engine. Big diffuser here and parachuter. One of the fastest Patrols here. And then mainline dyno, yeah, the big one. Let's see what engine is here. Yeah, it's a twin turbo here as well. And black wrinkle, very nice. Looking very good, all the fab work here. Here we have an underground R8 that is some pretty big turbos there, and it's actually the old gearbox with a sequential shifter there. So underground intake manifolds as well. It was actually in first generation R8, this one. And some engines, Lamborghini engine, another Patrol, huge intercooler there in the front, and big turbo, must be at least 90 millimeters. And it has dual electric throttle bodies, some injector work on this one. Fabrication, and also a Centroid CNC machine, where I actually think it's for porting heads, mainly. Here we have one of these billet transfer cases for the Nissan Patrol. We have a Land Rover here with an LS3 swap. A lot of electronic fancy stuff is going into this one. Didn't see this as first, but it's the Gallardo twin turbo. And parachute on this one as well. The turbo kit is built here by Performance. Intake manifold, it's a little modified Dallas Performance one. And I think it's 83mm turbos in this one. So if this one gets traction, they were running it this weekend, but the tires are 5 years old, so no traction really, but would be excessive of 2000. This one made a little bit over 1900 horsepower, so it's good power. Let's see here on the outside, R35 with cage, build something under here, R35, 35, one more. Oh, here we have an Nissan Patrol Y62 with the slicks in the front and in the back. Looking mean, this one. Nismo. Brabus, we have some R35s, Patrol, braid rims, R35, Patrol, R35, T37s, looking really good on this one. Oh, 240Z. Dubai. Wonder what engine this one had. Blue, nice. 35, white interior, Recaro seats. Another Patrol. Nice brakes. Carbon fiber fenders. More GTRs. Suzuki Jimny. Patrol. More GTRs. More GTRs. Twin turbo. And now I don't think all of the race cars, sand race cars, is not here. They're in another location, I guess. Parachute. Oops, sorry. Checking out some drag racing, and it's time to work on the clutch here. Take this stock one apart. Some pieces of this clutch is needed for the new clutch. So take this clip out. Right in the middle of the clutch change here. And yeah, maybe I should describe a little bit about this clutches here. We have the Dodson new one, billet. As you can see, this housing is billet compared to this one that is the cast aluminum. Some of the other differences is that this is the gear that connects to the flywheel, where it's the input of the power. And as you can see, it's some small bolts here. And this one can break off. Here they have a spline, an inner shaft here with a spline instead. So this is much stronger. If we turn this upside down, and I can put this one on the side here. This is a double clutch. And the wet clutch. How this works is that this is stationary, the whole clutch rotates like this. In the back here, it's the output shafts that go into a gearbox, and it's actually two shafts, one inside of the other ones. So all the power goes through the axle and through this housing here to the back. And if you see this stock one, it's pretty thin, doesn't look really like it's machined, I don't know. And you can also see here from the center to this outer, it's a weld here, and looks like a friction weld, not that strong. This one, it's thicker, but also a lot stronger, a little bit heavier. This gear is to drive the oil pump. And in the middle is this one, the clutch disc carrier maybe in the inside here. And here we have one clutch for the even gears and one clutch for the uneven gears. And the packs look like this. It's 6 clutches If you want to take out more power from this one, you can do it with a bit higher pressure, and it's just oil pressure. It's these pistons that put pressure on the clutches. If you need to transfer more torque than that's possible, then you can put in clutches like this one, the Dodson. And this is actually 10 discs. The surface area is much greater. But one thing that is a little bit special is that, you see, this middle plate is very thin. The steels, as it's called. I think this one, yeah, under a millimeter, just about 1 millimeter. And if we check the stock ones here, it's 2.2 millimeter. The way to do it is make the parts thinner, but more of them. And yeah, maybe you have to be careful not getting too hot so you can warp these steels. So this one, inner carrier, we used the stock one. It's strong enough. New steels and frictions. And original, it's this inner cages. I will use the bearings from this one, but this one you can see also is the friction welded here, and they are pretty thin. So we have the short wheelbase petrol here with the twin turbo. I'm actually here now and picking up my gearbox a couple of days later. So let's see what's have changed in here. Custom made intake manifold, I think. Some nitrous, small lithium battery. They cover off the grills here to make it more slick through the air. It's a huge wheels on these ones, Volk T38s, Nitto Racing 305 22s. Sandrail car here with a twin turbo, V8, some intercoolers, Bosch throttle bodies, some work here. A little dry sump oil pump there. These cool paddle tires, nice toys for the sand. 4-seater. We have the big 1212 Motec dash and yeah, Motec control panel. These Nissan Patrols normally have these TB48 engines. 6-cylinder, big one. This one also have a 6-one, but it is the VR38. And this one, holy smokes, that's a big turbo. And there's another one. Oh, really big turbos on this one. This one is the famous Patrol that was racing against Richard Hammond with a 918 Porsche in the Grand Tour here in Dubai. But I think now it's upgraded. A lot larger turbos here. Top mount turbos. And doing some work here. Got water-cooled intercoolers. We have an M&W CDI for the ignition, M&W coils. We have some exhaust EGTs there. Looks like titanium downpipes or up pipes, maybe we should call them. Actually, when I was here last time, I saw the dyno in that bay, but they also have a Mustang dyno roller here. A little bit dark in here, but then RB powered. This one have the complete driveline from the GTR. You can see the brakes here with the carbon ceramics. Vossen rims with Nitto sticky tires. Interior, it's the GTR interior here. The paddles to shift. Tillet seat, now a Technocraft seat with a proper Pro Mod cage looks like. That's good to be safe. Small back seat, bride there over there. Okay, I just filmed when I assembled the clutch here, the cages, but the battery died. So yeah, it's finished, heavy piece. Let's take it out to the gearbox and we're gonna install it. Clutch is installed there, looking good. and I also put in some stronger bolts. The original one on the gearbox that hold in the clutch, and also all over the gearbox there is a bag of the aluminum ones. I replaced with these steel bolts. So one thing with this aluminum, yeah, they're lightweight, but they're only allowed to be used 2 times. If I get a problem with this gearbox some way out on the field, I want to be able to repair it and put the same bolts in without need to buy new ones. And also, I think it will be stronger with some more stronger bolts. I just went to the local hardware store and bought some 12-9 bolts, and these are actually stainless. They did not have this length in 12-9, so yeah, I hope it will be fine. And also these aluminum bolts, the torque of these is actually less than normal steel 8/8 bolts. So yeah, now it's torqued a little bit harder with these ones, so hopefully it will be a little bit stiffer. And the stock stubs are in here for now. I will absolutely replace them. They are the weak part. I'm halfway into the install, as you can see here. It's jack under. I have a strap here. This one is loose in the back right now, but the front one is tighter. So yeah, I don't think this is the way how to do it, but it looks like this, what do you say, member here, the beam is straight. Pump it up and install it. So no problem to do it by myself here. So this is my circuit board that is a little bit broken. This is something I really don't want to film, but I don't want to hide anything from you. So when I was trying to build the dash here with my keypad, I was putting a bracket in and did some grinding. And now I had a problem with the ESP. Taking all the center console apart, I could see that I have cut into this circuit board. You can see here. So some of the pins are out. So I relocated some of the pins. You can see the white wires here. Probably should buy a new one of these, but it's not so easy to find here in UAE. Put this in to the new buttons, and I had all of this interior installed, and now it's out again. And yeah, here we have the buttons that did not work. You know, the hazard. So hopefully when I get this one in, I will not get any ESP errors anymore. Intercoolers is back here on. We have the new Swedish blow-off valves. Temp sensor for the intercoolers. Looking pretty good. Definitely better than if I would have used this Chinese TIG welder I borrowed. But if I made it in Sweden, I think I have done it a little bit more for better flow, maybe on the end tanks, and a little bit different. I have some bleeding here in the back of the intercooler, so I can be 100% sure to get all the air out of the system. The exhaust here, it is coated with a ceramic coating, but I also putting on some header wrap, some exhaust wraps. I'm sitting here in the car and waiting for the temperature of the gearbox should go up. It needs to be 65 degrees. And I'm doing the basic settings, adaptation of the gearbox after the gearbox have been in pieces, and I have changed the clutch. I've done this many times now and I could not make it work. Now I'm gonna take some new measurements. For example, if I shift the gear here, you could see that the position, it's position sensors on the selector forks there. So maybe one of them could be not in the correct position when the gearbox was put in. So if that's the case, I think gearbox needs to be taken apart. And I'm not so happy to do that now when I have put everything back together. Okay, I'm gonna do a basic setting test here again. I'm standing some building construction area maybe. Driving away a little bit away from my home here. Let's see, now I don't have any log numbers in there. If it will be aborted safety reasons, same as always. Shit. Okay, I'm in Dubai here, in my old neighborhoods. I think my house I lived in for 3 years is just behind over here. And tried to fix the gearbox, but they could not find anything electronic really. Maybe that it's leaking inside internally, the gearbox. But yeah, they did not have any personnel there today to fix it, to remove the gearbox. So yeah, I keep driving. I don't know if it's dangerous to drive when it's not working fully. Do we get any code? I was out for a drive here, was on my way to a lane actually. Don't think I will come there. Car started to, the engine started to misfire, and yeah, it's not driving well, and could not find anything with the engine really. Nothing at all. But the strange thing is that I had to add 50% fuel to the bank 2, all of the injectors there, and also now I turn on the closed loop and it's adding 20% more fuel. So don't know what's happening in there. They're connected, the fuel rates left and right, so should have the same fuel pressure. Maybe it's something with the direct injector or something. I think I will go home now. Yeah, always problems. Yeah, the road trip yesterday didn't go as planned, and I was hoping I could fix it this morning and go for another road trip I have planned. And no, I have not found anything yet, but it is the direct injection that is not working fully. Maybe could it be this fuel pump, direct injection fuel pump, that is the problem? Just remove the pump here, and cannot see anything there directly. I think there should be a follower here. It's hot. Ha! Need a... Okay, let's see if... Oh, it's a roller. Not too shabby, I would say. And now, just cleaning the car. Think I'm going to inspection, maybe go take some pictures. And trying to open the hood here, it will not open. Stuck. Just installed this carbon fiber piece there, and it is one little wire to pull here to open, but I have pulled it and it will not open. It's closed. Cannot open it. I think maybe I should go and make the export and then don't touch this car before I come to Sweden. Taking a bit of drive here through the city. Nice to be driving this after so long time in the garage only. So we'll see if I will go up to Emirates Palace there maybe. This is a bit of nice entrance, nice hotel here. See if I can just take some nice photos. Stand here. Yes, stopped by here, Emirates Palace. Big hotel, and very luxury. And took some pictures away here with the nice skyscrapers in the other end there. So that one is a big one. Almost can't see it. Right, let's go. It's roundabout here. It looks slippery. Would be cool to do some drifting here. Maybe not so popular. I would not try. Okay, going in here for the inspection to see if I can export this car. found the problem with the hatch here. This one was loose. Should only sit there with some tabs. A little strange. Maybe I put tie wrap over it. Some guys stopped here because I'm not sure here if it's possible to go this road. It is of course in Quattro, but I'm not sure that these roads are made really for this. I hope so. Interesting. Nice desert here. Better to have some speed, I think, going up here. Oops. And the equipment. Oh, some Volvos. Out here in the sand and taking some videos. A lot of dumpers, Volvo. Actually, I have worked to weld these cabins of those ones before I started working with airplanes, so I think it's getting dusty here. Container has arrived. Alright, I'm on top of the recovery. We are moving out from my house here where I've lived 2 years, and we're gonna go into that container over there. So I will back it in there, I think, from this recovery. So a little bit interesting. The car is coming home to Sweden. Okay, the car is in there, and this recovery was possible to